Alright, another small little video. Let's step over this controller and try to get out of his way. Alright.
Still here with Masky.
Still hanging on masking.
Stop.
Somewhere. There he is.
I'm here somewhere.
So,
In the middle of beating a Supra.
you know, there's always hidden
Fuck.
gems on games. Sometimes even the games that some of us think were cool were hidden gems. A lot of people didn't think that they were good games. And let me tell you, N64 had one of the biggest hidden gems. And you know what?
It wasn't a hidden gem.
Well, the one I'm about to show was.
What?
And let me tell you which one that is. And the only reason I think it's a hidden gem is because the two other games that were currently released on the PlayStation 3, Switch, and all that outbeat it. Outbeat pretty much both of them that were on the 64. We only actually have one copy of that, and that is South Park on the 64. This is the best one in my opinion.
It's the first one that was ever really actually released. I don't
Yes.
think there was any on the other consoles.
There was 3 on the 64. There was this one,
Well, I mean,
a
like,
racing
before
one.
the 64. There wasn't
Yeah, that's what I
anything.
mean. And the other two did get some pretty good recognition, but this one where you run around shooting everybody with the chicken's farts,
Chicken egg,
eggs.
like, with eggs shot out of a chicken's butt.
very, I think, rare and good game to have if you have it. If you do have it, don't get rid of it.
Diamond Image.
He's talking about that game from the last video. Alright, now another good hidden gem in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, but a lot of people would consider this one. Just because it was a game beyond its time, you know?
We got.
And at this time, you know, you
Oh.
had games like Donkey Kong that kind of went to the 3D environment.
This was one of the people that made Donkey Kong game.
Uh,
One of their better ones.
If you remember a game called Diddy Kong Racing, there was a little squirrel. I'm assuming he's a squirrel.
Here's a squirrel.
Called Conker. Now, in Diddy Kong Racing, he was a nice, cleaned up, little, happy, cheapy little squirrel, right? Until this was released. Conker's Bad Fur Day. This actually got a Xbox 360 release.
There's also the other Rareware game in there in my collection.
Rare. Right there, you see. Have put out many great games, but
Now they suck.
some of them, well, Rare ain't really around no more.
Yeah, they are. Well, I mean,
Very
they're not
slim.
making games. They're still around.
They help other companies, but this
Microsoft owns them.
was a game that put out very well for its time and its name. And if I can find it, there is one more in this collection somewhere. Anybody want to go racing? I'm joking. This is not part of the list. It's just there.
That lag! FPS! FPS!
And once again, we're going back to Rare for another great hidden gem. Well, it's not really hidden because it has had.
This isn't a hidden gem. This is one that everybody knows.
Everybody knows this one. It's actually got a few good remakes and later on games added to the series. I think it just got one not too long ago, actually. And that is
Nuts and Bolts sucked.
Banjo-Kazooie. I didn't say it was good. I just said it got a recent game. Banjo-Kazooie, if you want to play a good, rare game.
That one was good, and Banjo and
Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo and Tootie.
Banjo and Tooie and Banjo-Kazooie, along with Conker's Bad Fur Day, Diddy Kong 64, or Diddy Kong Racing, excuse me,
And Donkey Kong 64.
and Donkey Kong 64. Now, if you want to go to my personal favorite rare games, you got to go back to the Super Nintendo. And I'm pretty sure y'all know which ones I'm talking about. The original
Donkey Kong
Donkey
Country,
Kongs.
1 and 2.
Donkey Kong Country.
Never actually played those games.
I did.
I played them as a
loved
kid,
them.
but I never
I
actually
loved them.
played them.
Loved them.
Oh, talking about a hidden gem. Talk about a game on the Dreamcast that I have down there.
Oh, if I can find it.
It's in one of the Redbox cases down there.
Alright, so we got a bunch of stuff here. This is where we do a lot of our gaming at. This is kind of like our studio, I guess you could say, you know. These are actually only half of what we got. I have some at the house. Some of them are repeats, actually. But one of my personal favorite games, and I don't know if Masky has played this one yet.
I have.
I cannot pronounce the name of this game. Okami. But it's a great game. I've actually played the GameCube version of it.
Wait, there's a GameCube? I didn't know that.
But the rare gem, a hidden gem that he's talking about, is
not that one.
This one?
Nope, not that one. The other one.
This one?
Yes.
This was a game that
y'all know Resident Evil?
Let me tell you something. Resident Evil wasn't... Well, it was one of the first zombie shooter games, but Dreamcast is out around the same time as PlayStation 1. Resident Evil 1 and 2 had just... Resident Evil 2 was just released when Dreamcast came out, so Sony had that big push for the zombie shooter killer games.
Everybody had to have their version.
But everybody had to have their version, you know. Nintendo kind of sort of had one with Doom. And then I think like Doom went like Xbox. Doom is still being made.
There's still Doom stuff. There's Doom clones all over the place.
There's Doom clones. There's Doom hacks.
There's even Doom on calculators.
Wouldn't surprise me. But this
Check
one
out
right here.
LGR. Shout out.
Blue Stinger. Alright. Dreamcast's Resident Evil. Why am I flipping it towards y'all? I do not know. Maybe Masky should maybe one day we should give him some gameplay footage of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Might not be today because it's kind of getting late and I'm probably about to head home and probably edit these 2 videos. I might even add a 3rd one because like I said, I'm trying to what's my quote? At least 3 to 4 a week?
At least one a day, 3 to 4 a week.
And another game that has had...
That was another like Final... There's another one that's Final Fantasy-ish on Dreamcast.
Now, everybody knows Final Fantasy has been around for Super Nintendo, for PlayStation. Famicom was the Nintendo.
Oh, FPS! I'm lagging.
But this right here, Evolution was Sega's answer to Final Fantasy. I actually liked it. But you want a nice game,
Lag.
a very nice game to end this video. Let me end it with this right here. Shenmue. That's it for this one. Peace, love, chicken grease. Stay in school.